Welcome to the third video in this series where I play random teams in Go Battle League, trying to get to at least rank 20 here in Season 8. You can see the rules down here, and I will put a link to some of the previous videos, one or two of them, in the description, and I will pin all of the matchups down in the comments, so you can just take a glance there right now, see if there's any particular Pokemon that you especially want to see matchups with. We definitely have a lot of spicy battles, and as I've already spoiled up here, we actually went on a 10 win streak, which I would normally not consider much of an achievement in Pokemon Go. Not by my personal standards, I said at least, but since I only do random teams, and since we play against mostly like meta stuff, I definitely think that, this was a challenge, and part of it was definitely a roller coaster. So I hope you will enjoy, and please do leave a like and a comment if you actually enjoy these. It definitely helps me out. I'm basically going to try to keep doing spice videos like this, and thus, if you enjoy it, just help me bump up the algorithm a bit and get out to more people like you and me, hopefully, that might enjoy it as well. Anyway, let's get on with the battles. So to start off, we have two spice picks, I would say, being Castform Fire, which you sometimes see, but not too often, and then we have a Shadow Blossom, which I haven't seen anyone else run yet. So let's head in there and see how it does. So I just want to stress now that I'm just literally using the teams as they're being put in, so I have no control over the lead. And here, I think Raichu is gonna do decent against most of our team, so we just go straight Blossom, knowing full well they're probably gonna get countered or semi-countered with something. But we get a Shadow Moltres, so these Leaf Blades actually do hurt because they're dealing 20% more damage, and he's taking 20% more damage. So we get a shield and we chunk the Moltres, which is pretty damn good for a grass type up against the Firefly. And here I choose to shield exactly because of this. Overheat, it would probably still one-shot or almost one-shot a Dragalge, even though it's single resisted. So definitely the right call there. And I'm thinking here, Wild Charge is not going to KO. Does do half though. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I'm thinking this is fine. And I just throw the Aqua Tail because I'm not running Outrage. So there's no reason to build to a Gunk Shot, just try and get the shield, which we do. And we take down the Raichu. And we get a Charmer in the back, which is really favorable for us. We should be able to just Weather Ball it down, maybe even farm it down from here, and it would seem like our opponent actually agrees, because it looks very much like not attacking now either. Looks like they just closed the app, so GG. Pretty decent match there. So this match we have Shellgun, which is definitely spicy, and then we have my beloved gorilla Darmanitan. And if you have not played with or against the Darmanitan, it is so incredibly frail, and it is so incredibly powerful. So let's just see how this plays out. So we are gonna go Shellgun into a Cherrim, and this Cherrim seems to have Razor Leaf, so it's not gonna get to its moves very fast. So I'm thinking we can just stay in here and farm it with Dragon Breath. And he throws in an Abomasnow. And I Twister, just hoping to get a shield, which I do. And as you can see, then swapping into the Gorilla here, these Incinerates just chunk. It had 1 health left or so after free. So I mean, this thing, it's business. And we're just gonna go straight Rock Slide here against Clefable. And as you can see, the Incinerate's probably severely out DPS the Chomps here, but again, this is so frail. I should just have Rock Slided there, but I was hoping I could farm it down and just make it a Gorilla Sweep, I guess. But we just take it out with Lapras, go back into Shellgun, This is just a weather ball, because again, it takes a long time to get energy with Razor Leaf, so we're just simply gonna twist her, and that should be GG. So this is like one of my favorite kinds of games. When I get to use the gorilla, and it actually is useful because it doesn't just die instantly, like, that feels good. So match number 3, we have Substriga, which is definitely spicy, Blaziken, which is like somewhat spicy, and then Medicham, which, you know, we've all seen it in the meta. Substriga, I mean, when I see spice picks like this, I just think to myself, like, this is the Pokemon that I ideally want to win me the game. So we're staying in with Substriga here. Umbreon, as we all know, is pretty bulky. I'm gonna try to throw a Wild Charge and then dip, but that doesn't quite work, and we just lowered our defense, so I am gonna shield this. And it's a Dark Pulse, not a Foul Play. So I stay in, try to farm a bit, and then I try to catch on Blaziken, which works perfectly. It's still a Dark Pulse, so it's still gonna hurt a fair bit. I'm guessing here they're afraid of a Blast Burn. Blaze Kick, I'm not sure if it actually, I don't think it KOs the Skarmory. And we don't get to a second one to find out. Here, and I guess I want to keep this healthy, right? Because I want Substriga to do the work, basically. So I do shield it, even though it would resist it. It's not very bulky though. But we Flame Charge and actually kill the Skarmory, and then we Flame Charge the Umbreon. So we're at +2 attack here. So I guess they respect it and just throw their charge move. I'm not gonna try to farm us down, but we do get a little bit of extra farm then with the Medicham. I'm facing a Shadow Machamp. Like, this is GG. There's nothing he can do at this point. He's just gonna get Psychic and die. So yeah, GG. So in this match, I get Wormadam as one of my picks, and I am pretty happy, honestly, because shiny Wormadam ground, like, I've never seen anyone use it, and I spent a lot of dust to get it up here, and I'm just excited to use it. But then I see an Aerodactyl and think, Pat Buck, let's get out of there, go Victreebel, and I mean, we could have taken it with Wormadam, just seeing the damage after one attack, but we won't get to see it in action because the opponent is just like, no, I have water in the back or something, get out of here, don't want to see that Victreebel. So, final match of the first set, and we have Berserker, Mightyena, and Registeel. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, if you don't have a Berserker, like, build one, try it out. It is just amazing. My Berserker here is only double move currently, but it gets close combat, foul play, and play rough. Different energy costs, but it's close enough that you can still throw opponents off, and kind of plays like a Great League Excadrill replacement, gameplay wise. Anyway, here we just go straight foul play, because it's the only thing we have. We resist the Sky attack, so we're just staying into this matchup. We don't want to swap Registeel and get hot countered. We found a bit extra here, faking that it might be a play rough, but they just let it go through, and we get to another one. And now either they have an Altaria or they have a shield, and they decide to have a shield. So, seeing a Sumeru, like, this is not my normal Mightyena, which sounds crazy that I have multiple, but I think this is just a Hundo Mightyena. But it does have Thunder Fang, so it really helped us there. And we have now officially burned all of their shields, and Registeel can come in, hard counter the Granbull, as long as we don't get hit by close combat, which we 100% won't with 2 shields. Like, we're good here. And from this point on, it should just be focus blasting. Flash cannoning. There is the chance that double Hydro Pump could take us out. A single one couldn't for sure. So I let that go through, and it's just an Ice Beam. And this next one, I'm probably going to shield up just in case, because I haven't played Registeel much, honestly. But we respect it, and it's just another Ice Beam, so they might not even have Hydro Pump. Maybe they were just baiting and trying to build to it, but we take it out, and that is a GG. So that is just random teams against presumably less random teams, as I don't know of anyone else doing this challenge, as it is kind of insane. But that is 5 wins in a row, so let's move on to the last set of my second day. So game number 6 here, we have Galvantula, Umbreon, and Rhydon. 2 metas and Rhydon, which does have a pretty nice niche countering the fire types in the Kanto Cup. But aside from that, Rhydon's like not the greatest. Anyway, we open with Galvantula here, and if we hit the launch, it's going to deal a lot, but he gets the attack boost, and he already chipped a lot of damage off of us. So this is already looking pretty bad. We invest a shield here, hoping that I can get to a lunch, and I just barely get to a lunch. And we'll see. Does he want to keep it alive? Nope. He would prefer having the shield. And then Hypno comes in, takes us out. So we go Umbreon and immediately see Venusaur. And I'm thinking this is the only place where Rhydon might have any play, even though it's a really bad matchup. So we just come in and soak some energy. As you can see, Venusaur was almost at 2 Frenzy Plants. So Rhydon was essentially just a third shield that chipped a bit of damage in. But here in the Umbreon matchup, it's pretty straightforward, right? You just go straight foul play, and then when Venusaur's about to get knocked out, you try to farm a little bit more energy without letting him get to a Frenzy Plant, because then you lose the game. And I believe he's like 1 or 2 Wind Vips away from the foul play, Frenzy Plant here. And then Hypno is just basically try to sneak as many Snarls in as you can without letting him get a confusion through. And I believe I could have gotten 1 more Snarl in before. So I remember just thinking to myself, like, shit, I might actually have lost the game because I didn't get enough attacks in. He's 1 confusion away from a punch here, but we take him out. So that was a really close game. But luckily we had the 3rd shield named Rhydon. So in this game, I skipped the team preview screen, I guess. But we have Scrafty in the lead against another Scrafty. Then we have Lucario and Beedrill. So Lucario is our spice pick here. The other 2 are relatively in the meta. But he got an extra counter through here when we power up punch. So I know here I need to farm down and invest 2 shields. Otherwise, I don't get switch advantage. And we're already playing it risky with this challenge, so we want to have the best possible matchups, which we get here. Unfortunately, I am not running Sludge Bomb, because apparently it's not my actual Beedrill, I think. So we're just going to go Felstinger here, fake a Sludge Bomb. And now we're just, because we're so close to getting KO'd, we're just going to go Drill Run. And we do get the 2nd shield. So we're just... We don't want Beedrill anyway. So even if we had a shield, we'd just let it go. We farm a bit. He's 1 or 2 bubbles off. So this foul play should knock out. No. And then we just farm down with Lucario, just to get a little advantage in the next matchup. And I don't know if a Bone Club would have knocked out. But if we hadn't farmed the Azumarill, we would have CMP'd there. I still think Lucario wins, I'm not quite sure. But we take it out cleanly, and bye-bye Marowak. We let this be a Lucario game. Now this match is the first of 2 of the remaining matches where I remember thinking to myself, how am I going to beat anything in the Great League meta with this team? So we have Uxie, or Yuxie, whatever you want to call it, Escavalier, and Metagross, which is obviously not the best pick in the Great League, and it's a lucky one, so it has highest attack stat as well. Really not good PvP IVs, but let's see what happens. we get Clefable, so wrong Pokemon in the lead. We do actually get a little bit of chip damage in, and then we get a Hypno, where we resist the fast attack damage. So this is kind of decent. Any kind of Elemental Punch would probably kill us aside from Ice Punch. Psychic would almost have killed us, I reckon. So like we need to shield everything here because Metagross is just, it has no health and no bulk in the Great League. But we get an Altaria, which it resists. He decides that he wants to keep the Altaria. And he shields. And we get to a Metagross just before he gets to a Sky Attack. And boom, that is a dead Altaria. But now we can't survive the Chomps. And Escavalier was probably the good choice, but I just wanted to see Uxie in action, since I've never used it. Probably could have survived that just fine, but could have been a Meteor Mash, and now we just Thunder, and that's a dead Clefable. So Metagross confirmed to be pretty good in the Great League as well. So in our second last match here, we have a fairly good team. Dragonair is good. I believe it's a Shadow Venusaur, and then we have a Moltres, which is kind of iffy. But we're gonna go with it, and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna lead Shadow Venusaur into Alolan Graveler, which is really good for us. And he goes Razor Leaf Gloom. Definitely spicy. Props to you for that, but we don't really have to worry too much. I believe it do respect the Sludge Bomb, yeah, and it is. But we take that out pretty cleanly. And then we see a Shadow Aerodactyl, another spice pick. I believe an Ancient Power will almost knock out the Aerodactyl. And seeing as we're running Ancient Power, like we have two of them. So we get both shields. And we come in here, we should be able to get to the Aqua Tail just before Rock Slide. And we do. And that is not a dead Aerodactyl because he swapped. So that was really good play. So I think this was like one of the opponents that was doing better with catching and also had one of the spicier teams. So big props to them. I think it was very questionable to swap in the Gloom there, but you know, seeing what they had, still respect to them. Definitely seeing a lot of meta teams already, so big props. And that puts us at the final game, which is another one, probably the main one where I just thought, how am I going to beat anything with this team? Entei has Fire Blast, Dragonite has Dragon Tail and Outrage. So I'm just thinking, well, Gliscor is like kind of decent in some matchups. I was very like, okay, win streak over. We get an Obstagoon, and I'm just thinking already, how am I going to kill this thing? Entei's already half dead, halfway to a move. We get hard countered with a Registeel on our Dragonite swap in. A Dragonite that even has the wrong moves. That's really not ideal for us. But he goes Focus Blast, so it's probably single moved, I'm guessing. So he gets to another one, and we're just, Dragonite's not going to do anything for us here. So we just let it down. And we have two shields, so we can shield this Focus Blast. Then Registeel is dead. It's 1-1 with shields. We need to fire off the Fire Blast and hope that Gliscor has a good matchup in the back. And then we come in with Gliscor and see that, you know, Fire Blast could have been pretty good there. But we have Wing Attack on Gliscor, so we might be able to do some work here. And I think we just barely get to the second Night Slash before he has the chance to get to a move. 1 or 2 attacks ahead. Now I'm thinking here, this is obviously a win. And now I'm thinking, oh shit, I didn't realize he had this much energy. This is probably a loss. And we barely get to a Night Slash. And I'm just praying that this will KO. And it doesn't KO. But then we just throw an Entei and finish it off. Barely. So that was That game was literally a roller coaster for me, but we managed to. Again, I don't think a win streak of 10 personally is like all that great, but going into a season and meeting a fair bit of like meta picks, playing a random team every game, like I was pretty happy with. Now I'm getting confused with this score here, so I don't know if you're impressed. I don't know if you should be impressed, but I do hope that you enjoyed these pretty spicy battles. So this is the third day of the season. I'm recording this, and I've already done my sets, and I know that I have a lot more spicy battles. Like, I'm losing a lot. We're seeing a lot of more meta already, but I have a lot of spicy battles coming out as soon as tomorrow, and I've already uploaded another sneak peek if you want to have a look at that. So if you want to watch more like this, then subscribe, and I will upload the spiciest auto rec battles that I'm having this season, and hopefully you will enjoy. Do let me know if I can do anything better, and then otherwise I hope you have a great day.